This is Mommy Uncensored. Hey everybody. Okay, so I'm back with another episode. I'm picking up Kennedy, so this one might have to be a little bit faster because I'm at the meetup point. But I just wanted to talk about something. So I'm reading this book right now called Verity. If you heard about it, you know what I'm talking about. Because I want to. Okay, so this book is intense. This book is crazy. I feel like normal, regular ass people who know this book and have read this book will say this bitch is insane. But especially how she feels about her kids, her twins. But here's the thing, y'all. Okay, I don't think it's talked about enough. The delay of the motherly instincts, or that overwhelming sense of motherly love, how it could be delayed in some people. I know, and this is going to be a vulnerable moment for me, but I had that delay. There was no connection. I mean, I wanted her to say it was not. Okay, let me preface this by saying it was not at the level of Verity. Verity is indeed a psychopath. But that delay of connection and that delay of maternal instincts and maternal, overwhelming maternal love, that shit is so real. And you feel horrible about it. You feel like complete shit. You feel like the worst person on earth, that this person, this baby, this defenseless baby that came out of you, you don't have that much of a connection to quite yet. And it's what the fuck is wrong with me? I spent many of my days, many of months, even now, thinking what was wrong with me? Why am I so broken? I just sitting back thinking oh wow, I really don't have the mom gene, because what is this even? What is this? And it's not that you don't love them. It's not that you don't love your child, but it's okay. I know for a lot of women, when they give birth, it's an overwhelming sense of just this love, this deep feeling that you just want to shield your child from every single thing, all the harms of the world. You want to embrace them. You want to never let them go. And you just want to cry because they're so amazing, but you're also so now terrified of their existence and what it means. You're going to have to protect them and everything like that. I felt panic and I felt panic, and then also a sense of responsibility, but that overwhelming sense of love did not come right away. It didn't. It came later on down the road. I don't even know when I don't exactly remember when it happened. But it did happen. I guess around the first, how you have your dreams, your motherly instincts kick in, when you have your dreams and stuff like that. Maybe that's when it did. Maybe the first dream. Because to be honest, what I dreamt about, when I was pregnant, was not the baby. I had dreams of planning parties and designing houses and all the stuff that I want to do with my life, and just being those were literal dreams. I had dreams of my profession, but once she was born, they kind of started becoming a little more kid centric, which I was all right, to be expected. But then came the nightmares of her falling, or breaking her leg, or somebody kidnapping her, something like that. That's when it was just oh shit, okay, now it's really here. Now I know I will literally do anything for my child. I will die for my child. Like, because that's where it comes from. And I had that. Like I said, but that overwhelming sense of just love, that came later. I'm not gonna lie, that came later. It did not come right away. And I think it's not talked about enough, because I know for me, it wasn't talked about enough, because I felt so, I felt like I was, damaged. I felt like I was, defective. Like, I don't deserve to be a mom. I did not feel like I deserved to be a mother, because I was like, I don't have that connection. I don't deserve this little girl. She is quite literally perfect. And I can't seem to connect or feel like I want to connect. I can't seem to feel like that. I don't have an overwhelming sense of joy. I have an overwhelming sense of dread and fear, but not the joy. And that part was very, very sad. I was sad. I was mortified of myself. Like, that's why, like, it was a few times where, things would happen, and, like, Max and I, we would be out or drinking and stuff like that, and, like, it would just come out that I just thought I was a monster. And it was crazy, because, he would just look at me like, you need to go to therapy for that. And I'm like, oh yeah, no shit. But, like, it just came out so easily. Like, I'm a fucking monster. Like, I don't deserve to be a mother. I am horrible. I'm a horrible person. And again, I think it's because I didn't feel it. I didn't feel connected to my child right away. It wasn't until I did feel connected that I'm like, okay, thank God I'm not defective. It was just a little late. That's all. Like, it was just not, it didn't appear quite yet. But it did. And I think that is an important conversation to have with new mothers, especially new mothers. You're not defective if your instincts come in later, or that joy comes in later, because a lot just happened to you. Your hormones just went bonkers for 10 months, and then all of a sudden they're trying to get back to normal. Nah, that don't happen like that. Also, your body changed literally forever. Your body is literally never going back to the way it was. So that's also a change. And now you have this person who was bonded, you and another person who was once a stranger, and now y'all are bonded for life through this little person. That is also a lot. Like, no matter what happens to you and this stranger, y'all are bonded for life through this other small being, this tiny, tiny person. And it's like, oh my gosh, like, you really just like you created a whole nother universe for me. And I need to sit with that for a little bit, and I need to grasp that for a little bit. But, like, honestly, that's really what it is. And I feel like it's not talked about enough. That whole feeling is not talked about enough. It's not brought up, because it's like, you get the feeling of, oh my gosh, the joy. Oh, you're gonna be so overwhelmed with so much love and blah 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 and all this other shit. Bullshit. Well, it's not bullshit to y'all, but it was bullshit to me, because I wasn't. And then once that did not happen, it was just like, oh fuck, I'm horrible. Like, oh great. Now what else is wrong with me now? It just felt like I said, I was defective, and I didn't deserve this beautiful little person. Because all you hear about is just that happiness, that motherhood, that the mushy gushy feelings inside. That's all I heard. And once I didn't have it, it was mortifying. I felt like I felt like a failure of a person, of a whole human being. Like, I actually have the innards to be able to create life, to bring life into this world, and I don't appreciate that shit. What the fuck is wrong with me? Like, what the hell is wrong with me? But it's nothing wrong with me. It was a whole bunch of shit happening to me that I was focused on at the time, you know? So it's like, I feel like both sides, like, we already get it. We already get the mushy gushy feel. We understand that part of it. We know. I want to discuss more about not feeling it. I want to discuss more about feeling so inadequate because of it. Or the whole feeling of, like, you know, being less than. I want to talk about that part. I want that to be explored way more, you know, in life. I feel like we owe that. We owe that to moms. We owe that to all the non-traditional moms, all the ones that are trying to do their damn best to be amazing, and they don't feel amazing. They just don't. I think we owe that. But yep, kid just pulled up, so I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go home. Anyway, follow me on the socials. You know what it is and everything. And I'm gonna go. Okay, see you later. Bye-bye.